So I'm taking this from my tablet, but anyway, let me set it up. Hold up. I don't have nowhere to set it up, so I'm just hold it. Anyway, the topic of the day is physical abuse in a relationship. And the topic came from the fact that I have a family member who is currently going through it. And I have an issue with that. And I'm not passing judgment because I've never been through the situation. I've never been in a relationship where someone couldn't control their anger to the point where they felt the need to put their hands on me, or we fought enough to the point where they felt the need to put their hands on me, or vice versa. I've never been in that situation. So with that being said, this is not a video to pass judgment or anything like that. Just speaking my piece. And I know it's easy to say what you want to do when you haven't been through it, but the point of the video is to get this message across. Please never ever let there be a time where you feel the need to go through some shit with somebody just to prove that you love them. That should never be the case. You should never have to take an ass whooping from somebody for them to understand that you love them. You should never have to put your hands on somebody for them to understand that you love them. It should never get physical in a relationship. It's the point that I'm trying to make. And if you ever reach a point where you feel like you got to put your hands on this person in order to get your point across, then the relationship is over with. Because how can you honestly look somebody in the face and still feel the same way about them when you just had to smack the shit out of them, or punch them in their face, or punch them in their stomach, or kick them, or even worse, get a weapon to get your point across, to keep them from cheating, to keep them from talking to other bitches, to keep them from spending their money how they want to. Whatever the reason, it's never a good enough reason for you to be physically abused or mentally abused or verbally any type of abuse in a relationship. It's not okay. Regardless of how you look at it, it's not okay. And when you have a child, what message is that sent to your child? You know what I'm saying? Do you honestly want your child to get older and think back on the situation like, damn, that's love? You don't want your child to think that. You don't want your child to be 20 years old or 25, 30, however old, coming to you and telling you that they're being beat on by the person they with, or even worse, the person they with coming to you and telling you that your child is beating on them. What type of shit is that? I never get it. And I can honestly say that if I'm ever in a relationship and the person I'm with decides they gonna smack the shit out of me, we gonna box, and then that's gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? Male or female. It'll never get to that point where I feel defenseless, and it has nothing to do with, me trying to prove something. It's just my mindset. I couldn't live with myself if I was living in a house every day with a person who could put their hands on me whenever they fucking felt like it, and I don't do anything about it. And if I ever did feel defenseless, I wouldn't keep that to myself. I would tell somebody. I have too much family and too many friends that care enough to not see me go through that. And if anybody I know is going through that, please, if you don't feel comfortable talking to your family or people in your circle, then you can come to me and I'll find a way to help you. But don't ever, ever let anybody make you feel like you deserve that or you should go through that, because nobody deserves to be hit on. Nobody deserves to be beat on. Nobody deserves any type of abuse in any way. Regardless of how sick-minded some people were raised to be like a person that feels like that's okay is sick in the head. Because nobody deserves that. Nobody should go through that. And that, I mean, physical abuse and mental abuse and any type of abuse in a relationship, like that's the type of shit that drive people to kill themselves or kill their spouse. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you love somebody enough to beat on them, how dumb would you feel if they took their own life before you could? Like, that don't make no sense. And if you're the person that's receiving the abuse, you ever stop to think that maybe one day this shit might get bad enough that this motherfucker might actually kill me? Please don't ever go through that. It's people you can talk to. It's places you can go. And that's all I got to say about it. I hate to see somebody go through that situation. And I try not to pass judgment. But I just feel like try to find a way out. If you're going through that, please try to find a way out. Don't spend your life feeling like nobody cares enough to try to help you out of this situation. If nobody knows, there's nothing nobody can do. And that's it. That's all I got to say. I love y'all. Bye.